So I guess I want to say two things there. One is about professional learning for all, which is absolutely essential, vital, in order that a school is growing, developing, moving forward. But as well as that, it's also recognising that some staff have an appetite for promotion. They have an appetite to grow and to grow at a different rate. So I think, you've got to marry both of those things together and recognise, a bit like learner entitlement, while everyone's got an entitlement to grow and to be developed, we've also got to have an approach where people who are showing genuine talent and ambition have an opportunity to move forwards at perhaps a different rate to some of their peers. For me, it's always been about doing the job and being the best I can be. And I've always wanted to do that in that moment. But I had a very inspirational head teacher when I was in NQT, who I worked for a number of years. And she told me on a regular basis, certainly within the first 5 years of me beginning in my profession, that I was a leader and I was a natural leader and I was going to be a deputy head teacher and a head teacher. And at the point that kind of blew my mind, because I just wanted to be a teacher and do a great job, and I wanted to have experience of different year groups and different roles, and that's kind of what I was focused on. But she was often on my shoulder, kind of inspiring me towards leadership and taking those opportunities as they came. And she certainly encouraged me and supported me to take those opportunities as and when they arose. Okay, so my leadership journey, it kind of got going quite early on, and I was very much into PL at that time. So I did a diploma, for example, in the teaching of Welsh as a second language. I did my master's degree, and I was hungry just to better myself and to better my understanding of educational practices and so on. I became a deputy head, and I think for me that was a great role. It was great because I still had a class, I was a lead teacher, I was part of a team, I was making a difference. And that was for me a wow transition. And on the flip of that, the difficult transition was leaving all that behind and becoming a head teacher, and all of a sudden finding I didn't have a class, but I had an office with a telephone and a computer. And for me, that was definitely the hardest transition. And that was some time ago. And in the days where I did that, kind of 20 years ago, 20 years plus ago, people became head teachers because they were great teachers. And so you had this great skill set and you were promoted to something that was actually very different. So definitely for me, that transition between deputy head and head was the most difficult and the most challenging. So when I was a young teacher, we worked in unitary authorities, and it was the primary advisory team of the day were really, really supportive. So that was my early experience of support. And through that support came opportunity, an opportunity to interface and work with different groups, work, for example, for Welsh Government and WJC, and have opportunities beyond the school and to network. So that was kind of where it started. Head teachers that I've worked for have been instrumental as well in their belief and in their encouragement and in their direction in terms of opening doors and pathways to professional learning and opportunities and experiences. More recently, the work that we've done with this consortium has been a real growth model for me, because it's given me the opportunity to work again with leaders across South East Wales and to lead programmes and coach and mentor. So all of those things, they build, don't they? They build your toolkit, they build your skill set, and they build your capacity and your ability to lead others.